Whoever I'm talking to right now, you have a lot going on. And you're mentally overwhelmed because you have so many things that you have to consider. You could have a lot of responsibilities. You're planning a lot of things. You have a lot of options, a lot of decisions, a lot of choices. And you also have, you know how they talk about how moms have like more mental load than dads? That's what's going on with whoever I'm talking to. You are carrying this huge mental load of all these things that need to get done. And you could have people in your life that like help you and love you and are close to you, but none of them really understand where it is you're trying to go or what is your ultimate goal. So they can't help you with it. There's something that it's very difficult for you to put to bed or to stop thinking about or obsessing about. So while it may look like all of your material needs are taken care of and your life is on track and everything that you have put into motion is going according to plan, you always have the plan B on the plan. You have the plan behind the plan under the plan. You got the backup plan, the front up plan, the side plan. And I feel like the reason why you have all these plans, why you never stop thinking about what it is that you should be doing, is because you have difficulty, like deep down inside, even though you put in so much effort, you you actually have like a really deep difficulty believing or understanding that things will work out. So you can never really rest and relax in the things that you have done, because if you do something and you don't immediately see evidence and results, you think that the thing is not going to pan out. So this is like if somebody is going to grow a tree and you plant the seed for the tree and you water it, you put it down in the dirt, you till the dirt, you come back, you cut the weeds or whatever. There's going to come a point in the growth of this tree where you just have to kind of sit back and let the tree grow. you know there's nothing else to do. God's going to do the rest. The sun is going to do the rest, the rain is going to do the rest, time is going to do the rest. But you, every day you check and say, is it a tree, is it a tree, is it a tree? And when it's not a tree, you plant another tree. You're like, oh, well, that tree didn't pan out, let me plant another tree. So at this point, you have a forest of things around you. You have a forest of seeds that you have planted, and all of them are going to grow, but you still can't relax in that. And I think this speaks to a deeper issue that you probably don't even connect to this particular manifestation. But I think the issue is that people in your life have really spoken negativity into you. People very close to you have made whether or not they're going to love you be wrapped up in your ability to do certain things. I think you've been surrounded for a lot of your life, especially in your earlier life, with conditional love, with people who loved you if you showed up a certain way, if you figured things out for them, if there was something about you that they could use, that they could deem worth something, because then you were worth something. So if you did not actively have anything going on, if you did not actively have something to show for yourself all the time, some achievement, some purpose, some goal, some proof that you could bring to say, yes, I'm useful, yes, I'm active. If you didn't have that, then people treated you like there was nothing interesting about you. There was nothing to care about. You're not used to being cared about just for showing up as yourself with nothing else going on, with nothing necessarily to offer except you. So you really could right now, if you chose to, be in a season of your life where you don't really have much to do because you have planted all these trees. Oh, my face is really itching right now. Because you've planted all these trees and, you know, there's nothing else you can do except wait, except spend time. You're in a space in your life where you really could, if you chose to, just really spend time like being still, meditating, you know, just being in your body, just feeling like using different senses. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know how the people say take some time to stop and smell the flowers. You are in a period where you really could do that, and you're not doing it. You're thinking of the next thing to do. You're thinking of the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and you don't have to be doing that. And I think it's actually really important that you learn how to do that, because you're going to have so much to do when all those trees pop up, that if you have not learned how to just take time to just be outside of that, it will consume you, because there's always going to be stuff to do. Like, I feel like right now you're trying to think of things to do, and in time you won't even have to think about it because the next thing will be so apparent. um the thing that'll be more difficult to do actually is to stop doing and to actually take a break and take a pause and learn when to say, actually, this is enough. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't have anything right now. You have to learn how to say that. To learn how to do that. You have to learn how to take these pauses, because it's like just thinking yourself sick, worrying yourself sick. I feel like that could be something too. And that's the thing too, right? This is about being good to your body, because if you don't take breaks because you're overthinking, your body will shut down and force you to take a break. You don't want your body to have to force you to take a break because you don't feel good. You want to be able to take breaks when you do feel good. And I feel like that is training you in a whole area of thought that you've never really considered. Taking breaks when it feels good, to feel good. Because especially as Black people, we don't do that. We take breaks when we break down. So I feel that there's like a generational curse that you're having to break here. I don't even want to call it a curse. It's a generational habit. It's a generational culture, maybe. It's the culture of exhaustion, where you don't feel that you have earned the right to rest if you can still function. You're like, well, if I can do anything, then I should do it. And I don't think that's going to get you where you're going. The other thing I want to say is that when you were growing up, people probably expected you to know everything. It's the thing where you're expected to be smart, you're expected to be competent, you're expected to just figure things out, and people don't really teach you. So you get really good at masking what you don't know. So I feel like there's a lot that like you've had to teach yourself, a lot that you've had to figure out, and you don't really give yourself the credit for figuring it out because no one taught you. Um it's something about like the fact that you since you've had no one really to show off to, you don't, whatever it is you've learned, it's like if people can't take credit for you, in this conditional love that you came from, and people can't take credit for you, like I said, they don't pay attention to you. There's a lot that you developed, but you developed it in a space that where no one but you can take credit for it. So I feel like you've not practiced feeling acknowledged, feeling seen, feeling proud of yourself when there's no one there to say that they're proud of you, when there's no one there to take advantage of you. Like, can you still just acknowledge like how much you're actually doing and able to do and responsible for? I think there's certain things that you want, that you've maybe always wanted, that you have never really given yourself permission to have or to experience. And so you could be at a space where you're asking yourself constantly, like, have I earned it? Or like, is it okay? Is it okay for me to just relax? Is it, have I done enough? Maybe it would help you if you could tie your breaks into the idea of productivity. But is there some way that you could finally begin to understand that taking breaks is productive? That feeding yourself pleasing things, pleasing experiences, pleasing thoughts about yourself, buttering yourself up, so to speak, drinking in your own loveliness. Can you see that that is actually productive towards your mental health and ultimately your physical health? And as far as like fulfilling long held wishes, like places that you've always wanted to go, experiences that you've always wanted to have, there's this question of like, how long should you make yourself wait? Why why continue to make yourself wait? So is there a way that you can see some wisdom in finally being good to you? Because I feel like there's a way where you feel like it's foolish, right? But maybe you hadn't looked at it through the lens of longevity before, of understanding that making yourself happy, taking breaks, relaxing, not overthinking, releasing, letting go, that all of this actually adds to your length and quality of life. Like, so it's the smartest thing to do actually is to take a fucking break. All right, peace.